Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars, and it really is unfair.
Hi, welcome to another episode. I'm GrayBTC. Today, we're going to talk about the embarrassing divorce of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Imagine you're the richest man in the world. You invest over $288 million into US elections, become a back channel to the White House, and sit shoulder to shoulder with the President of the United States. You're not just running companies, you're shaping policy, firing off tweets that move markets, and acting like the unelected tech king of America. But one day, everything comes crumbling down. The bromance ends, the claws come out, and you go from political golden boy to public enemy, not just in the US, but even in your birthplace, South Africa. This is the story of Elon Musk, once the most admired CEO in the world, African-born, Silicon Valley, forged, but now, a man hated across continents, whose own fans have started to turn on him, not because of his companies, but because of his politics. Musk thought he could play both sides, but you can't be a meme lord one minute and a government official the next. And to really understand his fall from grace, we need to go back, all the way back. Because Elon Musk wasn't always the icon he pretended to be. In fact, a lot of people say he started his empire on a lie. Elon Musk is South African, but even his own people can't accept him, and not just because he left, it's because he never really resonated with their reality. Elon likes to push this underdog narrative, always talking about how he came from nothing, how he slept on floors and coded his way to billions. But the truth is, his childhood was laced with privilege. His father, Elon Musk, owned multiple businesses, including an emerald mine, not metaphorically, literally, a mine that thrived under apartheid, a system that brutally oppressed the majority black population to enrich a white minority. Errol himself has said his kids never lacked for anything. So, when Elon goes on international stages telling Americans he was just a struggling immigrant, South Africans see it for what it is, fraud. But the disconnect goes deeper. Elon doesn't just ignore South Africa, he's actively insulted it. He once pressured the South African government to admit there was a white farmer genocide. He wanted the country to abandon its economic transformation policies, which require some local ownership in foreign tech firms just to let Starlink operate freely. That wasn't innovation. That was imperialism with a Wi-Fi signal. And to top it off, during a live event at the White House, Musk and Trump tried to corner the South African president in front of cameras, demanding he change his nation's laws. It was humiliating, it was calculated, and for South Africans watching back home, it felt like betrayal from one of their own. Elon Musk and Donald Trump were never real friends. They were just two narcissists orbiting each other's egos, hoping to extract power, clout, and control. Two men obsessed with image, dominance, and loyalty, and everyone saw the collision coming. You can't have two suns in the same sky. From the very first time they stood side by side, analysts, fans, even trolls online said it wouldn't last. Some predicted 4 months. The fact it dragged on this long is the real shock. But how did it even start? It goes back to a dark turning point, the Trump assassination attempt. That moment, which should have broken politics wide open, actually brought some of the richest men in the world together. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, guys who normally wouldn't be caught dead aligning with Trump, suddenly rallied behind him. It was about stability. It was about self-preservation. And Musk? He saw an opening, not just to protect his companies, but to reshape America in his image. He was handed a seat in Trump's inner circle, made head of a new Department of Government Efficiency, and got cozy access to the White House. But that power came at a cost. Musk started endorsing controversial spending cuts, killing programs, and making enemies. Tesla fans started to question whether their hero was more politician than engineer. And all the while, policy disagreements with Trump kept piling up. The final fracture came over Trump's big beautiful bill, a bloated pork-filled monster Musk hated. He called it an abomination, said it erased all the budget savings he and Doge had worked for. Then came the tariffs. Musk said they'd trigger a recession. And finally, the breaking point, the removal of EV tax credits. Trump gutted them, and Musk flipped. He started reposting Trump's old tweets from 2012 and 2013, tweets slamming deficit spending, demanding fiscal responsibility, and mocked him publicly. "Wise words," Musk wrote sarcastically. "Where is the man who wrote these?" he asked, joking that Trump had been replaced by a body double. Trump didn't stay quiet. He accused Musk of being a fake, said he only cared once money was on the line. Then he went nuclear, pulling support for Musk's allies, threatening government contracts, and hinting at investigations. What started as political alignment turned into a public divorce. What was once strategy became spite, and now the two men are caught in a zero-sum war, and neither is backing down. Elon Musk made one of the dumbest moves a tech CEO can make. He aligned himself politically, and not just with any politician, but with Donald Trump, a walking firestorm. That decision didn't just cost him PR points, it cost him customers, shareholders, and billions in market value. Tesla, the darling of the EV world, is now down 14% just this week. That's $150 billion wiped out, gone. And it's not just because of the economy, it's because people don't trust Elon anymore. Once seen as the future, now he's the guy tweeting Epstein conspiracies at the president, reposting decade-old Trump tweets and mocking him with lines like, "wise words," and, "was he replaced by a body double?" This isn't leadership. This is meltdown. And the market sees it. Tesla's lost its EV tax credits, its China market edge is crumbling, and now even long-time investors are pulling out. I made a whole video explaining why I sold most of my Tesla stock and bought more BYD, because BYD isn't tied to one man's ego trip. They're focused, lean, and light years ahead in battery tech. Tesla? It's now just the brand of a distracted narcissist in a political slap fight. Even SpaceX isn't safe. Trump threatened to cancel their government contracts, worth tens of billions, just to punish Musk for criticizing his big beautiful bill. And the whole thing stems from policy and pride. Musk hated the spending bill, said it would bury the country in debt. He slammed Trump's tariffs, warned of recession, and flipped when the EV subsidies were cut. Trump, in turn, axed support for Musk's NASA ally, trashed his credibility, and called him ungrateful. It's a soap opera, but with stock prices, satellites, and the future of clean energy hanging in the balance, and neither of them is backing down. I'm GrayBTC. I love tech, and I'm a big-time investor. I recently sold my Tesla stock and loaded up on BYD because I think BYD's going to cook Tesla. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, it helps with the algorithm and helps me keep telling these stories.